Welcome. This is Kel from K&K Aquatics. A quick introduction. I used to be in the hobby over 10 years ago, and while I learned a lot, I also did a lot of beginner mistakes. I have decided to try again. When I started, I wasn't going to document anything. I only took sporadic pictures here and there. However, later on I decided I could help someone else learn. I joined forces with my friend Creven and we decided to form K&K Aquatics. In this video I will show you my first tank. This is meant to be a shrimp and male betta fish tank. Sadly I didn't record any of the building and the setting up at the start, only started taking photos once it was set up. These photos you have been seeing were taken after a week of setting up. As I do this more often, my skills in video and photography will also improve, so excuse all the reflections and bad pictures at the start. After 2 weeks, the water levels were less than ideal. I decided to get more plants to help with this. I also felt the aquarium was a bit too empty. In this blurry picture we can see I added some plants in the front. I am horrible with plant names, but I will learn as I do this more. On the 3rd week we started to see some algae growing, which suggests things are going well. I bought a glass cleaner from Marina to clean the algae in the glass. This aquarium is a Superfish Start 50, I'll leave a link for it in the description. It brought a heater, a filter, a thermometer, fish net and water conditioning products. I chose the white version. I found the filter to be of really good quality. I did a water test to see how things were progressing. We can see the values are still very similar to week 2. We ideally want the nitrites to be on the 0 mark. My assistant Shen is very curious about what I am doing. This test was made with API Freshwater Master Test Kit. If you do get one of these for yourself, I recommend also getting a syringe or a pipette to withdraw water from the tank. It can be very challenging to hit the 5 milliliters mark without it. I'll add a link to what I have in the description. Lumi is here to present 0 nitrates on week 4. Nitrates are also 0, which is good. Ammonia is slightly too high, but it should fix itself with a 25% water change. And after a day, I'm happy with the results. Time to go get some shrimp, and maybe a betta fish. I didn't test the nitrates at the time, which in retrospective I think I should have. I purchased 10 shrimps of the Neocaridina variety. These are slightly hardier than the regular Caridina. They didn't have any bettas I liked at the time, so I opted to wait a bit longer. Their colors vary. I couldn't really choose a color as they only had a mix. I believe we have some oranges, some yellow ones, and I am still unsure about this tiny one that seemed to come as an extra. I am showing the acclimating process. I turned off the lights in the tank to not spook them, and opened the bag. I traveled around 30 minutes, so it's not enough to turn the ammonia in the bag toxic with the oxygen. I added small portions of the aquarium water to the bag throughout a 30-minute period. After that, I used a fish net to grab them and release them into the tank. I didn't trust the shop water, so I didn't want to get any of it in. They have plenty of algae to eat, and seem to settle in right away, swimming about. They remind me of tiny helicopters flying around. I'm learning how challenging it is to film and photograph an aquarium. Sorry for all the reflections. You can see my dogs moving back and forth. Let me know in the comments below if you know what kind of shrimps I have. Tested again, and all seems fine. I'll leave you with some more images I took after they got settled in. I was mostly trying to learn how to film and focus them properly with my smartphone. Let me know in the comments below if you have any tips to better capture these images, or maybe some advice for a new camera. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Me and Crevan bought a second-hand tank, a Jaw Trigon 190L, and we will be posting a video on that as well. I don't intend on using AI for a voiceover forever. The sound on my videos was covered with dogs moving back and forth.